Hi, I'm Christopher Donoso, speech therapist, voice enthusiast, and your host of Tell Me Bout It. This is the podcast all about your voice, how we use it, how we find it, and what it means to us. I'll be talking with pros, creatives, and entrepreneurs about the messy, honest, behind-the-scenes stuff that doesn't always make it to the textbooks. Got something to say? Tell me about it. Welcome back, everybody, to Tell Me About It. My name is Chris Donoso. I'm a speech language pathologist, and I've been MIA for a good chunk of time. A lot of stuff has been going on for me. Nothing bad, just a lot of busyness. But before all the busyness, I did end up getting sick and then losing my voice. And then I was just like, oh my God, I can't even talk. I can't even, like, half the time, like I had to cancel a couple of my sessions just because I just literally couldn't talk. And then when I got better, my voice would give out again. So that is kind of going to drive today's episode, where we are going to be talking about vocal rest and rest in general, and why it's so important for our minds and our bodies to rest. So a little bit of backstory for me. I ended up getting a ear infection. Or a sinus infection. And that happens quite a lot for me. I'm very much used to it. The thing that was kind of different this time is that I had this bit of an ear infection and I went to a concert. And it was very loud. While I do have like earplugs every time I go, protect your hearing, wear earplugs at concerts, or get like those concert earplugs. They're awesome. I had my earplugs in. My voice was a little off, but I didn't feel too bad. But anytime I was talking, I was really raising my voice, and I didn't even notice anything until we took a break outside away from the stage and my voice was gone. And I was just like, no. And then my voice was gone for about a couple days. I still had this ear infection. I was taking medicine for it. Ear infection cleared. Then my voice started to come back even more. But as a voice therapist and a speech therapist, I can't just engage in complete vocal rest. So I still tried to work with some protection, obviously, and my voice would get better and then get worse, and then get better and then get worse, and then get better and then get worse. And then eventually for the weekend, when the weekend came back, I decided I was going to not go out. I wasn't going to talk. I wanted to do my best to just engage in complete vocal rest, because while I was doing a lot of the vocal exercises and stretches and relaxations that I teach my clients, sometimes a big piece of it is just literally resting. And the way I kind of explain it to my clients, and then even I kind of kept telling myself in my own head, it's think of it very physically. If you sprain your ankle, or if you hurt a specific part of your body working out, and then you go to the gym every single day because maybe you're a coach and you have to demonstrate movements. Yes, maybe you modify the movements for yourself, but you're not going to completely heal if you keep engaging that injured part of your body. The main way to kind of avoid this issue, or to kind of recover from this issue more than anything, is to just get into rest. So it's very difficult for me to not engage in rest. I mean, especially vocal rest. That is literally my job. Without my voice, I can't work. And that's another thing with a lot of my clients too, is that that I find that my clients that are the most driven to recover are the ones that rely on their voices for their work. I have a client who's a teacher, and she was amazing. She did everything we needed to do, and we even implemented new stuff in the classroom to help avoid her engaging in more vocal stress. One of the biggest things that ended up helping her was using a microphone while she was in class. The only thing that really did help her, though, was when there was spring break and then the summer break, where she didn't have to talk as much as she used to. And it was only then when she realized, oh, okay, I am using my voice a lot in manners that are straining for it and not healthy for it. So I need to do these things to help reduce that stress on my voice, but also I need to find times where I kind of don't use it. And that kind of leads me to the next thing, where it's like those moments where we don't do things, when we recover, when we're resting, and we are kind of feeling guilty for essentially relaxing and resting. And that is something that I deal with, and it's something that I actually looked up, and it's called productivity guilt. Productivity guilt. And it's terrible because even while I was engaging in vocal rest, when I had to cancel some of my clients, I was like, oh, okay, so I can't see these clients, so I need to be doing this other thing. I need to do this other thing. I need to make sure I do this while I'm still kind of sick and still don't have a voice. And it was, a lot of it was just guilt and like not being productive, especially the type of area that you live in kind of affects that a lot. I live in New Jersey, close to New York, where it's go, 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 go. If you're not going, you are going too slow. If you're not moving forward, you're getting left behind. So being someone who owns his own practice, that's still very infant in its essence, I felt super guilty for not being able to do things. Because I couldn't do the podcast, I was like, okay, I need to do this and do that and do that. And then I ended up doing a lot of nothing. And I just had a lot of guilt because I ended up doing nothing. However, while it's hard to work through that guilt, those are other things that we have to work on internally. There is a lot of research and science that shows that true rest is very beneficial for not only our physical health, but also our mental health. That when we are able to completely rest, we are able to go back into tasks and our day-to-day lives just as good, if not better, than how we were before. A big part of that is sleep. I am not one to talk on sleep, but sleep is extremely important, and it is a big component on rest, just in general. And when you don't get enough sleep, your body is not fully recovered for tasks that it needs to do. So a big piece of rest has to do with your sleep, making sure that we sleep well, we engage in meaningful sleep, deep sleep, so that we are able to recover body and mind. And a lot of this is also pertaining to vocal rest. So research is showing that true rest, meaningful rest, is beneficial for our minds and our bodies. Now, how do we kind of engage in vocal rests? So kind of this little voice spin that we're going to try and take this. Vocal rest can look like complete vocal rest, which is when we say that, it's more or less just avoiding talking as much as you possibly can. It's very difficult to engage in complete silence, like not talking at all, but reducing how much you speak as much as you possibly can. That's more or less what I consider complete vocal rest. Now, that's not the only part of it. What I was doing before I engaged in complete vocal rest was I reduced my volume. I was always checking in on my volume, especially when I'm working with my telehealth clients. I made sure I kept one earphone on and one off so that I wasn't talking too loud. I'm very animated. I talk very loud. I like to get excited with my clients. I kind of had to tone it down. Even with some of the pediatric clients that I work with, I had to be very calm and relaxed, which was very hard for me because I'm tend to be very animated and excited. Again, woo, you did it. I couldn't do that. So checking in on those moments and making those adjustments in your day-to-day life. While I was still kind of recovering, I went to another show with my friends where I told everyone ahead of time, hey guys, My voice is still not 100%. I kind of felt it was like kind of getting to the point where if I kept talking, I might lose it again. So I told everyone while we were there, I'm going to be very quiet. It's not because I'm not having a good time. It's just because I really need to avoid talking loud. If we want to chit chat, we can leave the venue or leave like the loud area and we can talk there. And having that conversation with my friends was great because I didn't feel like I had to overshow that I was having fun. Everyone understood what was going on. No one was talking to me. So I wasn't feeling scared of like, oh my God, I have to talk here and what am I going to do? So it helped a lot in that sense. Some simple things. I go to Starbucks a lot. And instead of going, I like to talk to people. It's my job. I'm very social. I had to order a lot online. It saved my time. It wasn't a bad thing. But again, these are little things that pertain to just me where I made adjustments and it helped with my overall vocal recovery. So with rest, we know it's important. We know we should engage in it. We shouldn't feel guilty for having to rest. Our bodies need true rest to recover and get back into things. Very little quick anecdote is that like there was a time I do a lot of Orange Theory. I go very hard in the gym when I can, especially in class settings. And there was a time where I was going like almost every other day to the gym. Go. And I was starting to get like feeling some pains and aches around my body. And then we went on vacation and obviously I didn't go to the gym. And I got back and I was doing better than I did when I was just going hard. And I realized after that happening multiple times that I was doing better because I fully rested. And it's something that we kind of have to do. And again, with that productivity guilt, we kind of have to work internally to kind of remind ourselves, I need to do this. My body needs to recover. Otherwise, I'm going to get hurt. One thing that I tend to do, especially if I start to feel productivity guilt, a good one is like for the gym. If I don't have time to go to the gym because I'm busy or I have to get some other things off my plate, I've talked to my therapist and she's told me to just, if I can't go to the gym, do some walks with my dog, or I'll do some light stretching, do something so I kind of feel like I'm doing something, but I'm still recovering. With vocal rest, making sure that you are making changes in your day-to-day life, and that is very different from person to person. Reducing how much you talk, reducing your volume, reducing the amount of strain that you engage in your voice. Not that you should be engaging in strain even when your voice is recovered, but reducing the opportunities for that to happen. Similar to when I was talking about going to the show and telling my friends, I'm not going to talk. I'm sorry. So yeah, that is more or less today's episode. I wanted it to be very simple, very easy. I want to do a lot for this podcast. I want to do a lot for CD speech therapy. However, there are moments where I do feel overwhelmed with all the things that I need to do. I am more or less a one-man band in a lot of the things I do. I'm trying to find more help and trying to see where I can kind of take a step back. That way I don't have to take the brunt of everything that needs to get done. But if there's ever a moment of silence where there's not a lot of things posted, it's probably because I'm overwhelmed or I have a lot of things on my plate that I need to get off first. So that's why today is nice and quick, nice and easy. Make sure you rest. I am about to go rest myself before I have to do more daily dues. See ya. Have a good one, everyone.